Love, the Empowerment Webinar Series Part 1. Welcome, so glad you're here. This empowerment series is we're gonna jump right into it. This is designed to motivate you, empower you, and I just hope you all enjoy it, okay? Proceed with an open mind for the best results. I'll say that again. Proceed with an open mind for the best results of this webinar. So, first, take a look at this picture. This is the beginning of your journey. Your journey starts the moment that you set foot into this empowerment webinar series. This is going to be the gas to motivate you and get you going. Watch it as many times as you need to, okay? This is all about being the best version of yourself. Keep this in mind, the duration of this webinar, that when the student is ready, who can finish this sentence? When the student is ready, you got it, the teacher will appear. What does that mean? Does that mean that when you're ready, all of a sudden, someone's gonna appear? Yeah, it does. What it means is that you'll come across so many people in your lifespan and throughout your lifetime, and at any given moment, that person can become your teacher. It just depends on whether or not you're ready to receive the information that they are giving you. That's all it means. When the student is ready, the teacher will always appear. So you can be at a stoplight and the guy in the car next to you at the stoplight says something really profound to you that really resonates. And maybe he says it every morning, and you know what? Yesterday it meant nothing to you, and today all of a sudden this guy says the same thing and boom, you're a student of him. So that is what is meant by this phrase. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So the information here, you may receive it or you may not. I am strongly feeling that whoever you are, you purchased this webinar for a reason, and you definitely know that you are ready to receive this information. So let's give it to you. Are you ready to change? And can you change? Can you commit to change? Ask yourself these questions. Really ask yourself. But do more than ask yourself. Tell yourself. Answer it once you say it. Can you commit to change? Yes. Can you make a routine and follow it? Are you stable enough? Can you? What can you do? Do you believe you are stable enough to change? Okay? That's what it boils down to. Do you believe? Not does your family believe, not if your friends believe, not if your ex believe, or your current girlfriend or boyfriend or whomever, not if your parents believe, your siblings believe, your colleagues. Do you believe you are stable enough to change? Do you have physical stability? Do you have mental stability? Do you have interpersonal stability? Because it's so important. Intrapersonal is very important as well. Are you ready? Can you and will you? Do you have the interpersonal capacity to change the way you communicate? Do you? Have you taken a life inventory of the things that you need? Those things that make changing easy for you. Transportation, childcare if you have children. Health, do you have good health? Health is wealth. Do you have the financial means to change, or any other thing? Do you have any habits, good or bad? Do you have any habits that make you ready to change and that make you know that you can change? Do you have any habits that will allow you or will not allow you to change? Do you have tolerance of others? So important. And change, having tolerance of others, namely, not just so that you can put up with other people's crap. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying tolerance of others, and the reason why that's important in this empowerment series is because tolerance of others, when they're telling you that you're nothing, or when they're telling you that, oh yeah, sure, I know you want to do that, but you know, it's pretty impossible. You really can't do that because blah, blah, blah. Do you have the tolerance to take that information and say, absolutely, excuse me, no, you're wrong, absolutely not, I am capable of this and I can change, so I don't appreciate that input, but thank you all the same, I don't need to hear that, thanks, no. Do you have the tolerance of others that can allow you to make the changes you wish to make without their negativity being an influence on you? Do you have self-control? And ultimately, do you have self-discipline? If you don't have any of those things, let's go back. If you don't have any of those things, tolerance, self-control, discipline, habits that help you to change because you have bad habits or you thought you had bad habits, guess what? You can. You can change. You can stop old habits. You can do something different, and you can be a success. Isn't that the magic of it all? Yes, you can. And I don't care who you are, you can change. You can stop old habits. You can do something different, and you can be a success. You can be the next biggest thing. You can be the next legend. You can be the next great story. You have to know that. You have to believe that. Consider some of these people the next time you wonder if you can be a success. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint on who these people are. So the first hint is that this person was on welfare, living in a roach and mice infested home. That's pretty extreme, right? On welfare, living in a roach and mice infested home, while creating a really popular novel series. Do you have any clue? Whom could you imagine have been reduced to having to live on welfare in a roach and mice infested home? And this is no judgment to anyone. That is not what we're saying when we're talking about reduce. We're talking about the system as it currently exists, and we all know the facets of oppression. So it doesn't matter if someone had to be on welfare or not, whatever the case may be. We're just talking about their glow up and the fact that this person was on welfare, living in a roach and mice infested home while creating a really popular novel series. And who was that person? Boom. J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter creator. Could you imagine that? Look at the success that this person has. What do you think got her to this point? What do you think she said to herself? This next person, I'll give you another hint of a person. This person created a well-known character in another mice-infested workplace, naming one of the mice Mickey. And in response to his creation, his superiors told him that he clearly had no talent. Okay? So who could that be? Boom. Walt Disney. Now, isn't that something? Here he is as a young lad creating the old Mickey, and nobody cared and thought he was just a weirdo. And then he went on to just create several great things, and we all know about Disneyland, Disney World, and it's just phenomenal success. We all know that. Here's another hint, okay? This guy was cut from the varsity basketball team in high school. He became a basketball legend. Do you have a clue? Who do you think? He was cut from the varsity basketball team in high school but became a basketball legend. Michael Jordan. Can you imagine that? That he was cut from the high school basketball team. They told him that he couldn't play. He wasn't good enough. And he became one of the greatest NBA stars of all time. Here's some of his merch right here. He charges way too much for these shoes, but we won't judge him. Uh-oh, we got ahead of ourselves. So anyhow, this next person, their first book was rejected 27 times before someone found him worthy of publishing. And because I hit it on accident already, you might already know that that's Dr. Seuss. Okay, let's just go back. His first book was rejected 27 times before someone found him worthy of publishing. How about that? Okay, you can't make this stuff up. You can't you can't tolerate people telling you you can't do something. That's the first stage of knowledge and empowerment, is knowing that you have to have tolerance of the opinion of others, because you can't allow yourself to process that. You need to be able to tolerate others in a way so much so that you can reject their own opinion of you. You are in control. You are the captain of your ship. Okay? I am. Always remember that. And I am stands for infinite ability to manifest. Okay? I am. Always remember that. Whatever you say after you say I am, if you say I am a teacher, I am a great mother, I am a top salesman, I am a phenomenal marketer, whatsoever you say, it invites infinite ability to manifest. So keep that in mind. Okay? Now, let's think about, what do you want to change? Okay? What do you want to experience? You have to get in. This is how you get in the mindset. This is how you get to what they call the vortex. Have you ever heard anyone talking about the vortex? This is what they're talking about. When you're getting in the vortex, these are the questions that you're asking yourself. But it comes with a lot of self-reassurance that you'll learn to develop over time, long as you keep asking yourself these questions. What do you want to change? What do you want to experience? What do you want to be? You have to ask yourself that. What do I want to change? What do I want to experience? What do I want to be? Okay? So what's the first step along that journey of empowerment, getting yourself to who you want to be? What is the first step? Take a guess, okay? What is the first and most important part of success? Vision. Your vision. Simple as that. It's not complicated, folks. It's not like something that you have to, beat yourself up twice, run around the block 3 times, come back, hike up the hill, jump into the ocean, swim 10 laps, come back again. No, you don't have to do that. And the most important thing that you need to have is a vision. Vision. Okay? Vision is the first step along the journey to success. Your vision must be stronger than your current status or situation. What is a vision, you might ask? And I'm sure you already know. So a vision is a visual picture, okay? It's a visual picture, as you know. It's an idea, but it's also a perception, okay? So you don't want to just say, I want to be successful. You really have to spell it out, because one person's perception of successful might mean that they're a millionaire, where another person might be that they have integrity and that they're an honest person. It just depends. So considering perception, you want to have an idea and a visual picture, okay? You want to visualize and emphasize, okay? That's easy to remember. Say it to yourself. Visualize and emphasize. Visualize and emphasize. That's what you want to do. You want to visualize. How do you visualize? You think about and picture your future. That is the magic sauce right there. You think about and picture your future. You probably say, okay, I do that all the time, or maybe I don't, or maybe I do. If you did it all the time, you will be getting results. Just remember that. You think about and picture your future, okay? And then you emphasize. You have to tell your subconscious how important the vision is to your highest self. I know that sounds cornbally, like, how am I tell myself subconscious how important the vision is? You have to do that. You actually have to do that. You have to think about and picture your future, first of all. So if you want to be a teacher, you have to picture yourself teaching. Picture yourself standing in front of a class. Picture yourself correcting papers. Picture yourself calling on students. And then tell your subconscious every now and again, after you do some visualizing and picture it, emphasize it and tell your subconscious how important it is. Say, it's really important that I am a teacher. Okay? You always want to say, I am. All right? You put that in there. I am a teacher. It is very important that I am a teacher. That's the way you need to talk to yourself. Those are called power words, power thoughts. And you can purchase a power thought seeds on the Being True Love website if you look into the shopping section. There are some power thought seeds that can help you solidify the power in statements, okay? So remember, you can, okay? Keep that in mind. Always know you can. There is infinite possibility, okay? You can change. You can stop old habits. You can do something different. You can be a success. Thinking about what you want is a great way to produce a vision. And thinking about picture yourself already receiving it. Imagine how it feels. Okay? We'll use the teacher example again. We talked about someone who decided in their mind they want to be a teacher. They need to imagine how it feels. How does it feel to be a teacher? What does it smell like? What does your classroom smell like? You would want to walk yourself through this mentally. If you notice, the key piece is missing. There's a very important part of the brain right here within the hypothalamus called the pineal gland, and it is basically like a camera. It's like a projector, and that's some people refer to it as the third eye because it actually is a part of the mind that has visual pictures. When you think about a memory, and when you have a memory in your mind, it's the pineal gland that's giving you the pictures of that memory. If you think back when you were whatever age and you fell off a bike, when you picture that and see it in your mind, that's your pineal gland doing that. When you think about what you had for lunch yesterday and see yourself eating it, that's your pineal gland giving you that visual picture. Can you see it? Can you see yourself showering this morning? I hope you did. But what you see when you visualize it, and I know you can see it as I'm saying it, that's your pineal gland. And the thing about the pineal gland, that's a whole nother webinar, but you just want to make sure you picture yourself already receiving it, because it's so important and magical the way that the pineal gland works. You must believe and imagine how it feels, smells, and or sounds to be doing or living and acting whatever it is that's in your vision. Remember, you have infinite ability to manifest. Infinite, not just a little bit. You have infinite ability to manifest. Okay? So the next thing is, along the cycle of a vision, what is a goal? A goal is a vision. So it's the same thing. Okay? Keep that in mind, because when we think of goals, one goal is, I would like to be a teacher. That's my goal. But take it a step further and remember that your vision is also a goal, okay? So when you're picturing yourself, when you're visualizing yourself, that's a form of setting a goal, okay? But what is a goal overall? It's a vision, okay? It's a standard to which one may set him or herself. They can be short-term or long-term, and it's a plan, all right? But even if you recognize that it's a plan, long-term, short-term, the vision is the most important piece. So always keep that in mind, because remember, like we just say, you have infinite ability to manifest. So don't get yourself too hung up on a plan like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to do this, tomorrow that. You can, but keep in mind that the vision is the most important part, visualizing the outcome, not the process. See, when you get into the vortex will take care of the process for you, okay? But you need to keep that vision as key. So it's great to write down your plans and goals and understand short-term, long-term. And the reason why that's great to do, because that all feeds the vision. That mental work feeds the vision. Okay, whatever it takes to get to your vision should be considered a goal. So it does help to write it down, but always remember you're writing it for the purpose of visualizing it. You're writing it to speak it into existence. Okay, so don't ever forget to write things down. You want to have a plan. Okay, but don't get too hung up on it, because the most important part of your plan is the vision. Can't emphasize that enough. All right, so I am, okay? Always remember, I am. Brainstorming and thinking about what it will take to get to your vision is how goals are set, okay? There's no magic bus that needed to come through to tell you that. A goal is a standard, like we just mentioned. Goals allow you to set a standard. You can determine what kind of things you want or what kind of person you want to be, even if you do not already or are already that kind of person, simply by setting a goal. All right? Isn't that amazing? You can determine what kind of things you want or what kind of person you want to be, even if you aren't already, and even if you don't have it already. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want people to know me as? What will make me feel accomplished? What will make me feel important? Ask yourself those things. What makes you feel important? What makes you feel accomplished? A goal is a plan to do something, be something, and or have something. Goals are the plan itself that lead to the outcome of your vision. Goals are the steps one takes to navigate toward a vision. Short-term goals are expected to be accomplished in the near future, as you know. Short-term goals often complement and support long-term goals. Short-term goals help in staying focused on long-term goals. An example would be, I want to lose 100 pounds as a long-term goal. So the short-term goal would be to lose about 10 pounds every month. Short-term goals can be for coping, okay? For coping. An example of that is, I will only think about fixing this problem for now, today, okay? So the sink, and then paint, then the door, then a new task. So short-term goals can be for coping. Long-term goals are the overall big picture. Long-term goals give direction. Long-term goals are set with the expectation that they will be reached in a longer frame of time. Think of your life as a movie, okay? Think of your life as a movie. What is the name of your movie? All right? Who are the actors? How does it end? How does it begin? And what is the plot? This is the magic right here. This is your movie. You are the captain of your ship. You have infinite possibility. Tell me what your movie is going to be about. Tell me what your role is in the movie. And it doesn't matter what you've been through, where you came from, who did it and who didn't do enough. None of that matters. What matters is you're creating a new movie right now. And you have to decide who the actors are going to be. Do you have an actor who comes in and beats up the main character? If not, then if that person comes into your movie, get them out of your life immediately. Do you have an actor who comes into the movie every day and stresses you out and makes you second guess yourself? Do you want to cast that in your movie? No. If you don't want to cast anything in your movie, if that's not what your movie's about, if your movie is about the success of your life, then don't ever allow certain characters to play a role in your film. Do you have any hard skills? Okay, what hard skills would you like to develop? What soft skills do you already have? What are some soft skills you need to work on? You want to know this because when you are thinking about change, you want to start making and taking notes of what you can do or what you would like to do. Try not to limit yourself about thinking about what you cannot do. Think about what you want to develop instead. So instead of saying, God, I'm not good at math, I can't do that, you can apply it to your mind as a skill that you need to develop. You can say, because math would be a hard skill, you can say, I would like to develop a better math sense. Okay? It's all about power thoughts. Okay? Hard skills and soft skills, goals, leadership, professionalism, communication, ethics, computers, is a hard skill. Customer service, that's a soft skill. Technical skills, that's a hard skill. Writing, that's a hard skill. Okay? Hard skills include reading, math, the ability to use a computer, knowledge of computer programs, and hard skills can be a specific skill set such as forklifting or reading a map or taking a blood pressure, reading a graph, towel setting, etc. Those are all hard skills. But the soft skills include things like communication, ability to manage anger, active listening, etiquette, getting along with others, developing a routine, being consistent. Those are soft skills that can help you with visualizing so that you can visualize and create the movie of your life that you actually want to be and see and be present for. So for all that you dream, okay, remember that I am stands for infinite ability to manifest. Okay? Infinite ability to manifest. Keep in mind that successful people did not give up. That was the only difference between you and the next person. I'll give an example. I remember my early years in college, math was kicking my butt. And so I actually flunked a math class. My first math class, I actually flunked. I was so embarrassed. I flunked my math class. And I looked around my second time around, and I was looking at the students, and I was thinking, what are they doing that I'm not? And I thought about students that were in the class that I had just flunked. And I said, what did they do that I was not? And I remember after class, I would see them in the hallway, or I would see them staying after class talking to the teacher. I would walk by the math lab. I would see them in there. I saw one guy in the parking lot sitting in his car looking at his book. And I said, you know what? They're just doing it. That's the difference. They're actually doing the class. And that was the difference. I recognized that I was kind of giving up on myself. Something was hard in class. I for surely was not about to take it home and study too. But then I decided, you know what? That's what it takes. You just have to do it. There's nothing to it but to do it. You keep doing it until it resonates with you. Okay? So that's what successful people do. They just don't stop. If something doesn't pan out, or if someone tells them, oh, you don't have any talent, like they told Walt Disney, don't give up. All right? Keep that in mind. Visualize. We talked so much about that already. Goals, and state them powerfully. Remember, you can be the next big thing. And ask yourself, what do I want to change? What do I want to be? What do I want to feel? Always and forever, keep in mind that for all the information you've heard today, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Okay? Don't forget that. All right, thank you. So please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page. If you went to my page on YouTube, it will look something like that. Remember, you can be the next legend. You can be the next great story. And you should be the best version of yourself. Thank you. Being True Love, Being the Change, Vision Empowerment Series webinar. Have a great day. Thank you so much for attending. See you next time.